Alright guys, I wanted to come on and make this quick video just because we've created this new system that I think is going to be huge for any person running an agency, an SMMA, a course, whatever you have. Okay, and it's honestly what's allowed us to sign a ton of clients extremely quickly. And this isn't like, this isn't some SaaS product where we're just running ads or some $49 a month thing, or some course where you just, spam, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, and just drive to a landing page and then just sign up. I'm actually getting onto calls with people. Yeah, I speak to people and we're having conversations and we're diagnosing their problems, making a sale, and signing them up as clients. So there's a whole process, right? And there's not like some sales team doing this at the same time. This is just me, right? I'm just taking it. I want to make sure that our process is dialed in before we get salespeople on. So I'm still taking all the calls, okay? And we're still able to sign clients this quickly. So if you want to sign clients, if you want to make money, which I assume you do if you're watching this video and if you are subscribed to this channel, you need this, right? Use this. I promise you, this will be massive for you, okay? So if you don't know me, my name is Ethan Welby, co-founder of Agency Growth Partner. If you want more info, you can just check the description. Let's just get into the video, right? We help agencies. Cool. Let's just get into it. So what I have over here is the client acquisition feedback system. Now, every single thing that I say in this video is going to apply to outreach. It's going to apply to booking meetings. It's going to apply to sales calls. It's even going to be, applied to managing a team and managing clients. Honestly, it's a very big thing. So there's a lot to cover here. So let me just give you a quick story to explain how I've actually figured this out and how I've actually created this. So my situation is being applied to sales calls. And like I said, this will be applied to bookings, outreach, everything. Okay. So if you deal with any of these problems, just listen. Okay. So I was taking sales calls and I probably took around 20 calls and I didn't sign one client. And this is weird because I used to, I was on it. Like I was signing clients, but these calls, I wasn't signing anything. And for me, if I'm not getting the outcome that I want, I'm very like, I'm on it. I'm not sleeping. So I was trying to figure out like why am I not signing clients? Why am I not closing deals? Why are these people not signing up? And it was bugging me all day, every day. And what I realized, okay, let me tell you how I realized this. What I was doing is when I'm stuck on a problem, I will, for example, sales. I'll be listening to sales books. I'll be watching sales podcasts. I'll be, doing everything sales related. My life becomes just sales. And what I was doing was I thought, okay, I'm going to listen to a book while I'm on the walk or while I'm, in the Uber to boxing. And I was listening to a sales book, or I wanted to, and it wasn't downloaded. So I thought, okay, I'll just sit in silence. And what happened from sitting in silence is like, I was thinking, I could be reading all these sales books. I could be doing all the sales, training. But like, there's reasons why people aren't signing up. There's reasons why they're not becoming a client. And they're actually telling me these reasons on the calls. Because I'm asking them, hey, do you want to sign up? And they say, no, this is why. So then I'm thinking like, why do I need a sales book or training or a seminar, all this stuff, when these people are literally telling me why they're not signing up? They are literally telling me. Like, it seems so simple, but bear with me here because people don't think like this. They are literally telling you why they're not buying. So if you can figure out every reason that they aren't buying and remove them, they will just buy by default. Think about it, right? So what I realized was they're telling me the reasons. What if I just re-listened to my calls, recorded the reasons, and then prevented it from happening? So that's exactly what I did, and I created something called the rebuttal vault, and we'll get to that in a minute at the end of the video. So you can stay and watch the whole thing, and don't skip to the end. But when I realized this, I was like, I can literally just record what they're saying, the reasons for not buying, and then use that in my sales process and mitigate that from happening. So what I did was I made this vault. I'll actually share it now. I made this vault and I just recorded everything, every single question that I got. And there's a lot more, but this is just the top of it. So every question, every objection. So what I realized was the biggest objection that I was getting was around, a couple of things, honestly. Mainly around like a commitment, thinking they have parts of it already. Then it's like, I need to think about it. I need to talk to a decision maker. I need to talk to my wife. I need to get consent from my parents. They didn't actually say that, but all these other things. And then they have certain questions. So they always ask on these calls, like, are we going to be speaking to you? Or are we going to be speaking to someone else when we work with you? How long does it take to get started? How quickly can we expect an ROI? What's the communication cadence? all these things. And what I did was, I just wrote them all down. I wrote the question, I wrote the rebuttal. I don't have them here because it's in a separate doc. And then I would just record them. And then what I did was, I had a set answer for every one of these questions. And then when I got into the next call, and they asked it again, like, I just answered it. But now I had a practiced, rehearsed, good answer that gave them more confidence. Because when you're on a call and you freestyle, you just answer whatever you can, in the moment, it's probably not going to be as good. It's not going to be as refined. It's not going to be as sharp. It's not going to be as concise, So I did this, and what changed was I went from, having sales calls and being in complete overwhelm, frustration as to I don't know why they're not buying. And I'm confused. I'm like, it just feels so out of my control. It's like I see a new thing every time. And I went from that to being like, there are a finite number of questions that people ask. There's a limited number of questions. And if I can just get through this limit, I'll sign clients. And that's what happened. So you can see the screenshot over here. There's actually a lot more, but a lot of them are filled with subscription update. And what this means is that they're already on a retainer. So it's just updating every month. And I wanted to show the new deals. So the new deals are when it says agency growth partnership over here. And as you can see, they're not little, $500 a month deals. It's 3.9K, 3K, 4K. Some of them are a lot more, but I just cut the screenshot off pretty low. So there's more over there, but the key point is that this is the process for doing it. But how can you use this? So firstly, on sales calls, absolutely, just do this. Just create a spreadsheet. Just write out the questions that you get. Create the rebuttal, and you'll be great. You could even ask ChatGPT. Okay, I wouldn't. I tried that, but it's actually not that good in terms of asking ChatGPT to come up with a rebuttal. But the key point is that going into it, most people, so they do outreach, they have content, they have inbound, they get the booking, then they do the sales call and the client sign. That's the ideal situation. But the world is not always as easy as that. So they'll do outreach, and then people, they may book, or they'll get questions and objections. So you'll send a message. I'll say, for example, hey, would you be open to adding an extra 50K to your agency? Now that's a very refined message. Most people will be like, yeah, definitely. But a lot of other people are like, yeah, but how does it work? How do you structure your pricing? What's your guarantee? All this stuff. And this is via message. So it's not even on the sales call yet. So if you get this via message, you still need rebuttal. You still need to have predefined answers, because you're going to get this question over and over and over and over if you do outreach. Most people don't think this way. They think, oh, a new question again. Oh, a new question again. Meanwhile, they've gotten the same thing 5 times, just with a few different words. So if you can create the rebuttal to this, so what's your pricing and guarantees? Great question. So the way we structure it right now is it varies depending on the client. Our founder would be happy to get onto a call and explain exactly how we can actually, or review exactly what you're doing, review what your goals are, and see how we could actually create a pricing based on that. And on top of that, we'll be happy to walk you through our case studies and systems on that call as well. Would you be open to a quick demo? That is an example of a reply. I just made that off the top of my head because I've seen this many times, but that's the typical response. And you can send that by message, then you can just copy and paste it. Right? It's super easy. So if you're ever in a situation, it's send outreach. Either they book, fantastic, carry on, take the sales call. But if they don't book, okay, what did they ask? What was the feedback? Why did they say no? It's if you say, hey, would you be open to adding extra 50K? They're like, no, I don't know how to sell. And you're like, if you just ignored it after that, it's okay, now it's gone. But if you said, okay, well, John, we actually help you to sell. We actually provide you every single script, every single message, every single objection that you need to handle. And we'll teach you how to do all this step by step with weekly coaching, all this. He'd be like, oh, okay, let me book. Where's the link? So we want to note every single thing that we get. And by using this, we're removing all the reasons for someone to say no until it gets to the point where it's near zero. And that's how you get this ultra efficiency in terms of booking meetings consistently, sales calls consistently. And this is what we do for our clients, in that we use the feedback that they get in the marketing from the market, right? So we send messages to them, they take sales calls, whatever it might be, we review it, we give them feedback, and that's how they're able to improve, that's how they're able to get results so quickly, okay? And then the same for sales calls. So you take sales calls, why didn't they buy? This is the easiest, right? What was their objection? no sale, okay, put it over here. Okay, and it's that simple. And I really wanted to emphasize this for you because I see no one doing this. Simply put, no one's doing this. So if you can do this and do it consistently, I promise you, you'll be in a fantastic position, because if you're doing it in sales calls, this is literally the final component. And this is how we were able to sign these clients so fast, because like we had every other component. We were booking consistent meetings. We had a great, script, a great line of questioning to diagnose. And when we could help someone, we knew we could, because we've done this so many times. We're very good at this. So once it got to the end, that was just the final component. They just had a few certain objections. And it was like 3. It was like, I need to think about it. I need to talk to my decision maker. And the other was around, I think it was around the guarantee, something like that. But it was like 3 things, but like 15 people said it. So 15 people said these 3 objections. And since I solved the 3, we're just signing clients fast, right? Because we changed our offer, and this is what caused, this is why we were selling in the past. We changed our offer, and now we got these new objections. So now we figured out how to handle those, and that's why clients are running in so fast. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful. I hope you use it. As well. I hope you use the video, because genuinely, if you do this, you will make a lot more money. You will sign a lot more clients. So if you want more info on what we do, you can check the description. But either way, I'll talk to you in the next video.